Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 4.3 Notes. Today we're talking about graphing linear equations by using intercepts. Our target today is that you are able to identify both the x and the y intercepts of a linear equation and to be able to graph a linear equation using only the x and y intercepts. Alright, so what are intercepts? The x-intercept is a point where a line intercepts or crosses the x-axis. It's always a point, and that's the point. A number, comma 0, because that's the x and that's the y. So we're looking to find where it crosses the x-intercept right now. So quick review on our first example. We know that the x-intercept goes from horizontally left to right, and the y-intercept is vertical up and down. So I want to know where it crosses, and that's that point right there. And that point is 5, 0. Okay? And that's all we're doing right now. All right, our next one, we look to see where it crosses, and then we label it. And that one is -3, 0. Now this one, where does it cross the x-axis? So remember, here's the x-axis. It does not cross it. So for this one, it's going to be none. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. Y-intercepts. Y-intercepts are the exact opposite, okay? It's the point where a line intercepts or crosses the y-axis, okay? And same thing, x, comma, y. So let's look at the y-intercepts now, okay? What we just talked about, y is vertical, x is horizontal. Where does it cross the y-axis? And that's at 0, -2. Okay, where does it cross up there? That's at 0, 3. Okay, and on this one, where does it cross the y-axis over there? It doesn't, so this one is none. All right, next part. Identify the x and y intercepts of each line. So we're looking to see where it crosses, and then we're just writing those points down. We know that the x-intercept is always a number and then 0, and then y is 0 in the number. Okay, so the x-intercept, which is right here, would be at 3, 0. The y-intercept is 0, 4. Okay, now I'm going to help you out with these two right here. Go ahead and pause the video and let's see how you guys do. Okay, and that's what you should have got. Let's go ahead and flip it over. Now, finding the x and y intercepts. Okay, substitute 0 in for y and then solve for x. Okay, our answer is always going to be a number and then 0. Okay, and now the exact opposite, it's always going to be 0 and then the number for the y-intercept. Okay, so let's work on number 1. We are solving to try to find the x-intercept. Okay, so for the x-intercept, the 0 is for the y. So that's 3x, and we're going to plug in 0 right here. And 2 times 0, well, that cancels out, and you're left with 3x equals 12. Divide both sides by 3, and you get x equals 4. So our answer is 4, 0. Okay? Let's do this again. So we are going to plug in a 0 for the y, and those cancel out. So we're left with 4x equals -8. Divide both sides by 4. X equals -2. Okay, so our point is -2, 0. All right, for number 3, go ahead and pause the video and let's see how you guys do. All right, there we go. Now, did you guys remember that there's a negative x right there? So you have to divide everything by -1. Okay, find the y-intercepts now of each graph, okay? And write our answers in ordered pairs. So now we're doing the exact same thing, except instead of plugging in for y, now we're going to plug in for x. So we're going to plug in 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Those cancel out. -2y equals 12. Divide both sides by -2. We get y equals -6. So remember that that's 0, -6. Okay? Let's try it again. So we're plugging in a number for x. We're going to plug in 0, and those cancel. We're left with 2y equals -8. Oh, that doesn't really look like an 8. We're going to divide both sides by 2, and we get y equals -4. So our answer would be 0, -4. All right, same thing, number 6, all on your own. Okay, and you should have gotten the point, 0, -3. Now remember, that is not your answer, okay? The point is the answer, okay? Always leave your answer as a point. Okay, now it says to find the x and y intercepts, write your answer as ordered pairs and use them as a graph. So let's go through. What you're actually going to be doing is doing two problems here, okay? One of them, you're going to be solving for x, and the other one, you're going to solve for y, okay? So let's go through solve for x first. Those cancel. You get 5x equals -10. Divide both sides by 5. You get x equals -2. Okay, and that's the point, -2, 0. All right, we're doing the same thing on the other side. Those cancel. We're left with -2y equals -10. Divide both sides by -2. You get y equals 5, and that's the point, 0, 5. Now, you can do one of two things. You can write your points like that. Another way is to make a little mini table so you know that we have the points -2, 0, and 0, 5. Okay, but now what we're going to do is we're going to graph those. So my first point at -2, 0. My second point at 0, 5. Draw a line. Add your arrows. And that's it. Okay, so nothing too new right there. Let's go ahead and do 8. All right, so we've got 2x minus 3, solve for 1, and then solve for the other. All right, so we're plugging in zeros for both of those. 2x equals 18, divide both sides by 2. We get x equals 9. On the other side, that cancels out. We get -3y equals 18. Divide both sides by -3. Y equals -6. Okay, so I'm going to draw my little table right here with x and y. 9, 0, and 0, -6. So 9, 0 is right there. 0, -6 is right there. And then draw the line, add the arrows. All right, for number 9, you guys are all on your own. Pause the video and let's see how you do. Okay, and there you go. So just remember that when it's just -y, the y is not by itself. You have to divide by -1. Okay? Well, that's it for chapter 4.3 notes. talking about graphing linear equations by using intercepts. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys.